Imagine trekking through rugged mountain terrain, your breath heavy from the altitude, when suddenly you stumble upon a sight so awe-inspiring, so terrifying, that it leaves seasoned mountaineers utterly speechless. This isn't just another breathtaking vista or a hidden cave. It's something far more intriguing, a discovery that challenges our understanding of history and the natural world. What could evoke such a profound reaction from those who have conquered some of the world's tallest peaks? Join us as we delve into the top 20 discoveries high up in the mountains, leaving mountaineers speechless. Number 20. Fire mummies. The fire mummies found in the caves above Mount Kabayan, Philippines, are a fascinating and somewhat strange discovery. They were known to local people long before outsiders stumbled upon them in the early 1900s. These mummies provide a glimpse into how the Ibaloi tribe, many centuries ago, honored their dead ancestors. The caves where the mummies were found are considered sacred by the Ibaloi people. They used these caves as resting places for their deceased loved ones. The mummification process itself is unique and a bit unsettling compared to what the ancient Egyptians did with their mummies. Here's how it worked. Before a person died, they would drink something very salty to start drying out their body. When they passed away, their body was already very dehydrated, like a dried-up grape. After death, their body was placed near a fire to remove any remaining fluids inside. Tobacco smoke was blown into their mouth to help dry out their internal organs even more. Finally, the dried-out mummy was carefully placed in a coffin made of pine wood and hidden away in one of the high mountain caves. Over time, many of these burial sites were forgotten. They were rediscovered years later when loggers began exploring the area. Unfortunately, some people stole some of these ancient mummies from their resting places. Number 19. Ancient mountain dwellers. The Wind River mountain range in Wyoming, towering over 11,500 feet above sea level, boasts stunning vistas, expansive grass meadows, and breathtaking alpine scenery. A playground now for climbers, skiers, backpackers, and campers under the starry sky. Many modern campers might not realize that they tread where ancient Native Americans once roamed. Scientists recently uncovered evidence that these early inhabitants ventured into the high alpine zones as far back as when woolly mammoths roamed the land. In 2006, archaeologist Dr. Richard Adams made a remarkable find. A prehistoric settlement he named High Rise Village, nestled 11,000 feet up in the northern Wind River Mountains. This discovery shattered previous assumptions that Native Americans avoided such harsh environments due to limited resources and harsh conditions. High Rise Village wasn't just a small outpost, it boasted at least 75 houses and a substantial population. Archaeologists unearthed thousands of stone artifacts scattered across steep slopes, challenging even the most skilled skiers to navigate. These ancient dwellers persisted in High Rise Village until as late as the 1700s, leaving behind over 100 smaller archaeological sites within a 3-mile radius. Number 18. Step into the Void. Step into the Void stands as Europe's highest viewing platform, perched atop the upper terrace of the Aiguille du Midi peak in the French Alps, towering 3,843 meters above sea level. The view from this vantage point is simply awe-inspiring, offering a panoramic spectacle that few dare to experience firsthand. This unique platform comprises a fully transparent glass cube suspended at the mountain's summit. Its floor, too, is made of see-through glass, revealing the dizzying abyss beneath your feet. For those with acrophobia, the fear of heights, the experience can be quite intense. Yet, rest assured, the French architects behind this marvel have taken every precaution to ensure safety. The structure boasts 3 layers of thick, durable glass, meticulously installed over 3 years to meet strict safety standards. While the concept of using glass flooring isn't entirely new, similar installations like the Skywalk in the Grand Canyon and the bridge on Mount Tianmen in China offer similar thrills. None quite match the breathtaking panorama of the Italian and French Alps visible from Step into the Void. It's a place where the sheer beauty of the Alps unfolds before your eyes, leaving visitors speechless and spellbound. Number 17. The Lost Battlefield. World War II extended its reach across the globe, from dense jungles to frozen glaciers, revealing untold stories and hidden relics that still captivate today. One remarkable discovery unfolded in Papua New Guinea, where researchers discovered the Lost Battlefield in 2010. Nestled in the Owen Stanley mountain range near the village of Isurava Creek, this site witnessed the largest clash between Australian and Japanese forces. Shrouded in mystery and avoided by the local Alola tribe due to spiritual beliefs, the battlefield lay untouched since 1942, entombed under thick jungle growth. Former Army Captain Brian Freeman, along with local guides, navigated treacherous terrain to uncover remnants of soldiers and other artifacts, frozen in time like a haunting echo of past conflicts. The revelation of a Japanese soldier preserved almost intact under a tree offered a touching glimpse into the human drama that unfolded amidst these rugged peaks. With meticulous research using battle maps and diaries, the team pieced together the history of a once elusive medical facility used by Japanese forces during their advance, a mystery finally unraveled. Number 16. The Mysteries of Mount Unterberg. There's a mountain in Austria that has captivated the imaginations of many, from the Dalai Lama to Adolf Hitler. Known as Mount Unterberg, it holds an air of mystery and allegedly possesses extraordinary powers. Hitler believed the mountain held a key to accessing supernatural abilities, while the Dalai Lama referred to it as the heart chakra of the world during his visit in 1992. Despite its allure, the reasons behind its mystical reputation remain elusive. Stories abound of ghostly apparitions and strange creatures seen creeping along its slopes. Legends speak of lost civilizations, and even a community of dwarfs akin to those in tales like Lord of the Rings. Some liken its mystique to the Bermuda Triangle, citing reports of disappearances and inexplicable events tied to the mountain. In German mythology and folklore, Mount Unterberg frequently appears, often intertwined with themes of magic and mythical beings. For instance, in 1783, a hunter named Michael Huger vanished without a trace, only to reappear exactly 1 year later, bewildered and unable to explain his absence. Such incidents fuel rumors of time slips, suggesting the mountain can warp time and space itself. In 1987, 3 adventurous souls ventured into the mountain's cavernous depths and never returned. Their abandoned car was discovered nearby, but their fate remained a mystery until 3 months later, when they inexplicably woke aboard a ship in the Red Sea near Alexandria, Egypt. They were disoriented and had no memory of how they had traveled there from Austria. Mount Unterberg continues to fascinate and perplex, its strange aura drawing seekers of truth and adventure to unravel its secrets. Yet, despite the numerous accounts and folklore, the mountain steadfastly guards its mysteries, leaving us to wonder about the truth behind its supernatural reputation. Number 15. Lost City in the Zagros Mountains. Archaeologists in Mesopotamia have recently made a remarkable discovery: the remains of a lost city belonging to a mysterious mountain-dwelling civilization. This ancient city, found near the Zagros Mountains at a site called Kunara, has shocked researchers with its well-preserved stone foundations, ruined tablets, and a variety of artifacts dating back 4,000 years. Evidence uncovered includes signs of livestock farming, advanced irrigation systems, and extensive trade networks. Currently unnamed, this city was once a bustling hub that straddled the border of Mesopotamia, on the edge of the Akkadian Empire. Its inhabitants spoke Akkadian and Sumerian, and archaeologists even found a unique unit of measurement, known as a G, used to measure liquids, a cube equivalent to about 80 US gallons, or 320 liters. The discovery of uniform tablets dating back to the 22nd century BC is particularly significant, as they are the oldest of their kind found in Iraqi Kurdistan. Researcher Alan Tenu expressed surprise at finding uniform tablets in such a distant region, highlighting the city's potential to yield more surprising discoveries. This ancient lost city, situated at the gateway to Mesopotamia's first empire and inhabited by mountain people, promises to unveil more insights into ancient civilizations as further excavations unfold. Number 14. The Dumoulin Mystery Resolved. Marcellin and Francine Dumoulin lived a simple life in the Swiss village of Chandolin, where Marcellin worked as a shoemaker and Francine taught school. Tragically, on August 15, 1942, while they were out in the Alps milking their cows, they vanished without a trace. Despite extensive search efforts, they were never found, leaving their children orphaned and eventually adopted by other families. In a remarkable twist of fate, 75 years later, in 2017, as the Tsanfleuron Glacier near Les Diablerets ski resort melted, mummified remains were discovered. DNA analysis confirmed that these remains belonged to Marcellin and Francine Dumoulin. It is believed that they fell into a crevasse on that fateful day and succumbed to hypothermia. The discovery brought closure to their daughter Monique, who was 86 years old at the time. She had always held on to the hope of finding her parents and was overjoyed by the news. Finally, she could fulfill her long-held dream of laying her mother and father to rest. Number 13. Turkey's Ancient Door. Turkey, known for its traditional tea, lively bazaars, and the delicious treat of Turkish delight, conceals a hidden wonder not far from Çorum. Follow a road north from the city, and you'll encounter an ancient, overgrown mountain. At its foot, a rugged path winds upward, culminating in a remarkable sight, a door carved into the rocky summit. What compels adventurers to brave this dangerous climb? It's not merely a door, but a cube-shaped structure hailing from the 2nd century BC. Archaeologists speculate it served as a tomb, yet its age conceals many details. Adding to the mystery, despite its appearance, the door remains sealed shut, concealing its enigmatic contents. A lone clue lingers. A cryptic inscription, Ezekios, etched above the entrance. The identity of Ezekios and the secrets within remain entombed, awaiting discovery. Number 12. The Creator's Map. In 1999, Russian scientist Alexander Chuvyrov's made an astonishing discovery, a fragment of a three-dimensional map crafted from durable dolomite. This stone map, as confirmed by geologists in Bashkortostan, accurately represents the Ufa highlands. At first glance, this might not seem extraordinary. Perhaps it's a modern creation designed to mimic known landscapes. However, the experts who have examined the map assert that it is tens of millions of years old, far predating the existence of humans. The map was made with a sophisticated technology that is completely unknown to us today. The base of the map is dolomite, and it features a layer of diopside glass that outlines the Ufa highlands in intricate detail. This raises an intriguing question. If humans didn't exist at the time this map was supposedly made, who could have created it? This artifact, now called the Creator's Map, has become a hot topic of debate among scientists. Some skeptics argue that the map's age merely reflects the age of the dolomite itself and suggest that the mysterious technology was fabricated by researchers seeking attention. Despite the controversy, the Creator's Map continues to captivate imaginations and challenge our understanding of ancient history. Number 11. Lost in Glen, Affric. In 2023, something unimaginable happened to a man named Charlie Kelly, who disappeared while hiking in Glen, Affric. At 65 years old, Charlie left behind his family, including his 3 sons, to embark on a solo adventure in the Scottish Highlands. Tragically, this would be his final journey. Glen Affric is renowned as one of the most breathtaking landscapes in all of Britain. Its towering peaks rise majestically against a pale blue sky, lightly dusted with snow. The rivers wind peacefully through the vast moors, where red deer graze on the abundant grass. This stunning scenery makes Glen Affric a favorite spot for hikers and adventurers. However, its immense and seemingly endless expanse can make it easy for people to get lost. On September 6th, Charlie set off from his home to explore the highlands. He remained in contact with his family the following day, but then all communication ceased. When Charlie was reported missing, search teams quickly mobilized, descending into the misty Glen to comb the mountainsides for any sign of him. The search was a massive operation, involving members from 10 different mountain rescue teams who braved the rugged terrain with the aid of dogs, helicopters, and ultimately, drones. It was a drone that finally found Charlie on October 24th, over a month after he had vanished. His body was located less than 200 feet from an area that had already been searched. While the exact circumstances of Charlie's fate remain unclear, it is believed that he may have fallen into a ravine and become trapped. Adding to the mystique of Glen Affric is its reputation as the home of a terrifying Scottish folk monster known as the Fen. This legendary creature is said to dwell in the misty mountains. Fen is described as a monstrous being with a single eye in the center of its face, much like a cyclops. It stands around 12 or 13 feet tall and has only one leg, which sprouts from the bottom of its torso. Instead of arms, Fen has a single hand protruding from the center of its chest. Though no one has ever seen this creature in real life, it has been a part of Scottish folklore for generations. Number 10. Title: Mount Lycaon's Sacrificial Secrets. Mount Lycaon in Greece has fascinated archaeologists for its ancient temple dedicated to Zeus, constructed 5,000 years ago on its slope. Ongoing excavations have yielded a wealth of artifacts over the years. In 2016, while conducting further research in the area, archaeologists made a chilling discovery: human remains. These skeletal fragments were identified through laboratory analysis as belonging to a teenage boy who met his end around 3,000 years ago. The proximity of the boy's remains to the altar suggests a grim fate. Scientists believe he was sacrificed to Zeus. This hypothesis is supported by the location of the burial, as it was uncommon to lay the deceased near an altar. While historians have long suspected human sacrifices at ancient Greek temples like Mount Lycaon, concrete evidence has been elusive. The discovery of the teenager's remains has bolstered their belief, providing compelling evidence of ancient ritual practices. Number 9. The Oldest Crown. In a dark cavern carved into a cliff overlooking the Dead Sea, archaeologists discovered the oldest crown in the world. You may have dreamed of wearing a crown, but this one likely doesn't match your fantasy. It's a rough, battered piece of copper, resembling something you might find at a thrift store. Yet, it is actually an ancient treasure. The crown was found wrapped in a straw mat at the back of the cave, similar to how the Dead Sea Scrolls were hidden in pots in nearby caves. But this crown wasn't alone. Alongside it were over 400 other precious relics, including stunning antiques made of copper, stone, hippo ivory, and elephant ivory. This treasure, known as the Nahal Mishmar hoard, dates back to around 3500 BC. The copper crown would have been worn by a ruler even before the mighty kings of Mesopotamia. Among the hoard, archaeologists also found a scepter as rough as the crown, made of bronze and decorated with antler-like designs. Though believed to be a scepter, some call it the goat wand. So what were these amazing treasures used for? Who was the ruler who wore this twisted copper crown? And why were all these objects hidden in a cave and forgotten for almost all of human history? These are the mysteries that make the discovery so fascinating. Archaeologist David Usishkin thinks the hoard was taken from an abandoned temple 7 miles south of where it was found. But that's just one theory. Another suggests the objects came from a merchant's warehouse and were stashed in the cave for safekeeping. The cave itself could have been a site for strange rituals, with the crown perhaps belonging to a sorcerer or cultist who used the goat wand in bizarre ceremonies. Whatever the case, the scepter and the crown surely have many stories to tell if only they could talk. Number 8. Machu Picchu's Hidden Secrets. High in the Peruvian mountains, Machu Picchu, the 15th century citadel, has fascinated explorers since its discovery in 1911 by American explorer Hiram Bingham. Recently, the site became even more intriguing. In 2010, French engineer David Crespi, while surveying the Incan ruins, noticed a previously unseen sealed door hidden behind stones. Convinced of its importance, Crespi contacted renowned archaeologist Thierry Jamin. Months later, Jamin arrived with an advanced electromagnetic scanner. After scanning the sealed corner, they discovered a hidden staircase leading to a chamber filled with precious metals, a treasure trove. Jamin and Crespi speculated it could even be the long-sought tomb of Incan ruler Pachacuti Inca Yupanqui, believed to be Machu Picchu's purpose. Excited, they sought permission from the Ministry of Culture to open the sealed door. However, their request was denied due to concerns that moving the stones could endanger the entire structure. Despite their arguments, the door remains sealed to this day, holding its secrets undisturbed for centuries. Perhaps some mysteries are meant to remain untouched. Number 7. Frozen sandals. In the rugged Norwegian mountains near the Lendbreen ice patch, a curious tourist stumbled upon an object sticking out of the snow. To their surprise, it was a leather shoe. Alerting the organization's Secrets of the Ice, dedicated to uncovering ancient artifacts, the tourists' find led to a significant discovery. Radiocarbon dating pinpointed the sandals' origin to the 3rd century AD. Further excavations in the icy terrain unearthed more artifacts, shedding light on a previously unknown ancient route frequented by traders, travelers, and locals. This route, likely perpetually snow-covered, necessitated the use of sturdy footwear like the sandal found. These shoes provided protection from the cold and shielded feet from sharp rocks, ensuring safer and more comfortable travel. What intrigued archaeologists was the sandals' resemblance to Roman footwear. This discovery suggested cultural interaction between Scandinavian mountain dwellers and the Romans, possibly influencing local craftsmanship and trade practices. Number 6. Count Carey's Lost Tomb. In County Kerry, on Ireland's rugged Atlantic coast, a local man named Billy Mag Lowen stumbled upon a prehistoric hilltop tomb that had been lost for 180 years. Billy, a self-professed folklorist with a deep fascination for Ireland's ancient legends, unearthed the tomb during his research into local lore. His journey began with the discovery of records dating back to 1838, when Lady Chatton, an English aristocrat and travel writer, similar to a 19th century travel blogger, sketched the tomb in her guidebook, Rambles in the South of Ireland. Lady Chatton described the hilltop tomb as a curious relic of antiquity, noting an altar likely used for sun worship. Despite enduring the relentless Irish rain during her exploration, her account immortalized the tomb's existence. Subsequent visitors in 1852, however, found no trace of the tomb, discovering only stones scattered by someone in need of building materials. Inspired by these historical accounts, Billy ventured to the hill of Crackmaran, where he stumbled upon scattered stones that once comprised the ancient tomb. While most of its structure had been repurposed over time, these remaining stones offered a glimpse into its past. Dating back to around 2500 BC, the tomb's origins remain covered in mystery, leaving archaeologists to speculate about its original purpose and the identity of those laid to rest within. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the heart of the Himalayas, where the air thins and the snow whispers ancient tales, a team of mountaineers embarked on a daring expedition. Among them was a group of seasoned climbers known for their fearless spirit and unwavering curiosity. As they ascended, battling biting winds and treacherous cliffs, they stumbled upon a cavern hidden beneath a precarious overhang. Inside, bathed in an ethereal glow, lay a crystalline structure unlike anything they had ever seen. Its facets shimmered with a mysterious energy, casting dancing lights on the walls. The mountaineers, awestruck, approached cautiously, their words stolen by the sheer majesty of the discovery. One of them reached out to touch the crystalline formation. As fingers grazed its surface, a surge of warmth spread through them, carrying whispers of forgotten legends and untold histories. They turned to each other, their faces reflecting a mix of wonder and reverence, knowing they had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. High in the mountains, amidst the silence of nature's grandeur, they had found the key to a long-lost civilization, their voices lost to the awe-inspiring revelation that mountaineers lost their speech when they discovered this high in the mountains. Number 5. Mountain goats. If you've ever ventured into the mountains, chances are you've witnessed the surprising agility of mountain goats defying gravity's pull. These creatures don't just scale sheer rock faces, they bound across them as if traversing a flat plain. But why do they risk such climbs when there's no grass to graze on cliffs? The truth lies in their craving for salt. Many hoofed animals, including mountain goats, have a strong affinity for this vital mineral essential for their survival. Grass alone doesn't provide sufficient sodium chloride content, prompting these goats to seek out salt in extreme environments. Often, they engage in intense battles just to access enough salt deposits. Remarkably, they maintain impeccable balance even on dangerous cliff edges. The unique anatomy of mountain goats plays a crucial role in their ability to navigate such rugged terrain. Their specialized body shape and split hooves enable them to grip onto rocky surfaces with precision. The hooves are structured with a keratin sheath covering the outer edge and soft pads on the inside. This adaptation allows their hooves to conform to the contours of rocks, providing stability and traction that seem almost magical to human observers. Number 4. Viking artifacts at Lendbreen. Global warming has profound effects on ecosystems worldwide. Surprisingly, it has also led archaeologists to uncover hidden treasures previously locked beneath ice. In 2020, researchers unearthed a mountain pass in Lendbreen, Norway, revealing a trove of Viking-era artifacts. Excavations at the site yielded tools, weapons, equipment, and clothing dating back to the 3rd century AD. Among the discoveries were remarkable artifacts such as snowshoes for horses, a stick inscribed with runic symbols, an intricately painted iron knife handle, and a remarkably well-preserved tunic. From the 3rd to the 4th century, this mountain pass served as a vital route for traders, travelers, and residents moving to winter shelters in autumn. The path was marked by unique stone landmarks and rock-cut caves, essential for guiding travelers and providing shelter during severe blizzards. However, the pass fell into disuse after the 14th century due to economic decline worsened by bitterly cold winters and the devastating bubonic plague epidemic. This discovery not only sheds light on Viking-era trade and travel networks, but also underscores the significant impact of environmental changes on uncovering our past. Number 3. Mount Rushmore's secret legacy. When it comes to iconic man-made landmarks, few are as renowned as Mount Rushmore in the Black Hills of South Dakota. You might think such a well-known site would hold no secrets, but you'd be mistaken. Hidden behind the massive sculpture of Abraham Lincoln's head lies a sprawling 70-foot-long tunnel. This isn't a geological anomaly, it's a deliberately constructed room nestled into the mountainside. Gutzon Borglum, the sculptor behind Mount Rushmore, originally intended to carve a visible inscription near the colossal heads, readable from a distance. When this proved unrealistic, he devised a new vision, a chamber within the mountain itself, dedicated to preserving documents and artifacts pivotal to American democratic history. This chamber was named the Hall of Records, conceived to ensure that its historical treasures would endure. Between July 1938 and 1939, workers blasted through the mountain using dynamite to create the tunnel. However, the onset of World War II and Borglum's untimely death in 1941 halted the project indefinitely. It wasn't until more than 40 years later, in 1998, that a sealed box of records was finally placed within the tunnel floor. It contains the story of Mount Rushmore's creation, alongside a concise history of the United States and its 4 iconic presidents depicted on the mountainside. Unfortunately, this secret repository remains off-limits to visitors, adding to its allure and mystery. Number 2. The Pomsky Crater. In 1949, Russian geologist Vadim Kulakov made a startling discovery in the Pomsky Highlands of the Irkutsk region, a peculiar cone crafted from shattered limestone blocks. This geological marvel was named the Pomsky Crater by scientists, while local residents dubbed it the Eagle's Nest. Standing 40 meters tall with a diameter of 76 meters and boasting a volume of 250,000 cubic meters and a mass exceeding 1 million tons, the Pomsky Crater is truly a remarkable sight. Initially, in the mid-20th century, the origin of the Pomsky Crater baffled researchers, spawning numerous theories. Some speculated it was formed by a meteorite impact, while others, inspired by reported UFO sightings, posited it was the remnants of an alien spacecraft crash. Scientific curiosity was piqued, and the first expedition was launched in 1963, but the limited technology of the era hindered definitive conclusions about its formation. It wasn't until 2010 that modern scientists resumed investigations into the Pomsky Crater. Advanced techniques finally dispelled the meteorite theory. revealing that this geological anomaly was not extraterrestrial in origin. Instead, it was shaped by deep-seated magmatic processes within the Earth. Number 1. Cholulas, Hidden Pyramid. In the ancient city of Cholula in Puebla, Mexico, there's a massive structure that has dominated the landscape for centuries. Initially mistaken for a mountain, it's much more than that. When Spanish conqueror Hernán Cortés arrived in Mexico in 1915, he and his soldiers plundered Cholula and constructed a Catholic church atop what they thought was a mountain. Unbeknownst to them, they had built their church atop the largest monument ever constructed on Earth. This mountain is actually a colossal pyramid with a base 4 times larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. Imagine it like a set of Russian nesting dolls, 6 pyramids stacked atop one another. Dating back to 300 BC, archaeologists believe it was continuously expanded upon by successive Aztec civilizations. The pyramid was constructed primarily from mud, a material surprisingly durable in Mexico's dry climate, capable of lasting thousands of years. However, its mud composition also provided a fertile bed for tropical vegetation, which eventually overgrew the structure. By the 7th century AD, the temple was abandoned and so well camouflaged by vegetation that it blended seamlessly into the natural landscape, resembling a natural mountain. This natural disguise spared it from the ravages of Cortés's conquest, allowing it to remain largely intact today, nestled amidst grass and trees. Which of these discoveries do you find most thrilling? Let us know your opinion in the comments below.